just because I've never really had to deal with them much up until hunting here, of course. And I'm at full mana, so I should probably stop potting. I didn't even realize that. And that Defiler's about down, and we drop him just as he gets within range of hitting us. So we're going to go check out this situation over here, and it looks like that's a Plaguesmith. Yes, it is. And we grab him. And start dropping him with SDs, as is tradition. That's a little SP reference for those of you who know what I'm talking about. Oh boy. Of course he had to paralyze. Oh, that paralyze. That is the only annoying thing about hunting in the Vats, is everything here paralyzes. And those assholes run. But he's back, luckily, so we're going to send him running the other direction and great energy beam him to finish him off. And that's a Defiler and a Son of Verminor, so we're going to grab the Son, as he's going to be an annoying asshole if we don't just kill him with SDs real quick. So that's what we're going to do. And then we'll grab the Defiler and handle him. So Suns are obviously, they look like slimes, but they use creature illusion into rats and scorpions and larvae, just all these vile creatures. And he's got to be close. Yep, and he's down, so there should just be a Blight Walker and a Defiler hanging out around here. We're going to see if we can grab the Defiler first. And we do just that. And he gets us with a Paralyze Wave. And and I guess I just realized that Defilers have a Death Wave too, so it could have been a Defiler we were seeing up there, but I figured it was probably a Blight Walker, because if it was a Defiler, I assume he would have already ran toward us. And we get a Son of Verminor and a Blight Walker, so I'm going to grab the Sun first. Obviously, that's been our strategy. And they do have poison hits. They're just pretty weak. I can Exura through them, so that's nice. But they do heal pretty well, so I just got to keep up my SDs, and my wand deals a little extra damage. It's still worth hitting them with, but they do heal quite well. They heal for around 300, so they can heal about half an SD a turn. So that's really not realistically too much, but still enough to be annoying. But it's not worth using my grand strikes on them. I'm better off just using SDs. And we got a Defiler and a Plaguesmith on us, so we're going to focus on taking this Plague out and making him run in the right direction. And we're going to use an Avalanche. Doesn't do too much to either of them, but at least it does damage to both of them. And we get an Axe Ring from the Plaguesmith, which, you know, really isn't worth too much, unfortunately. And most nights, at least on my night, I would prefer to wear a life ring most of the time than an axe ring. And I'm going to tell him my loot real quick, and we're going to do a quick recap of the loot. Glacier Mask, Terra Legs, Hailstorm Rod, Spike Sword, 8.4k in plats, and 13 Demonic Essence, Demon Dust, 2 White Pock so far. So that's not bad. We definitely have a decent start to this hunt. Um, or actually not start, we're about smack dab in the middle because or toward the end, I've only got 122 great mana pots left, and I want to grab that Blight Walker, but so hopefully, and he's faster, so he's gonna come around. Good, good, good. So we grab the Blight Walker successfully, and now we can unleash a flurry of energy-based attacks on him. And apparently he can see us decaying. What a sick, mean bastard. He wants to see us decay. That's pretty rude. Quick question. I haven't asked my audience this before just because I guess I've never really cared, but do you guys care if I use curse words? You know, like when I cuss, does it bother you? Does it have any effect on you? Uh, Negatively, positive? Like, do you like it? Do you dislike it? 'Cause I assume most of my viewers are an age that, um, cussing really doesn't. I know you guys have heard it before. If not from me, then from your parents or from somewhere. There's no way you're just completely naive to it, no matter what age you are. Even on the school bus you hear it as a kid. Um, so I guess just let me know what your thoughts are on that. And thanks for being cool about I'm glad that you guys said that you liked when I talked about my personal life somewhat, And I had one person say that, there are certain things that you keep personal, and of course there are. There's a lot of things about myself that I've never told you guys, and that's simply because it's not stuff that I would want my audience to know, or it's not necessarily stuff that I'm proud of. And everyone has stuff like that, Everyone's done things or been certain ways in the past that they're not necessarily proud of today. So I'm sure you guys can relate, but that doesn't mean that I have to, reveal exactly what I'm talking about to you. And that's just keeping a professional level between us. And I do like to connect to you guys on a somewhat emotional level. I just saw a comment on one of my videos about someone else who's been going through a rough patch in their life, and I tried to tell them that, that we'll make it through it together, and that, I've been going through a rough patch in my life, as I have been for quite a while, for a variety of different reasons. Some of them you guys know, and some of them you don't, and that's the way it's going to be for now, at least. Um, but yeah, so anywho, so yeah, I wish him the best of luck, and I wish any of you out there who are watching this, who are struggling with anything in your life, the best of luck. Life gets tough, it really does, and there are times in our life where we slide right through like it's like the easiest thing we've ever done. Um, and I'm sure a lot of you will know what I'm saying when I say that, like there's times where things are really, really good and really simple and really easy. And then there's times where things just get so difficult that you don't know how you're gonna handle the pressure and all the weight of the responsibilities that you have in front of you. And that's kind of at a point where I am in my life. But, I wake up every day and just say to myself that I'm gonna find a way, and that I will forge my own path in this world, and I'm gonna do it my way, and make it happen and be happy about it. And I guess that's what you have to do. At least I know that's what I have to do. That's, you know, my strategy, and everyone's strategy is different. But like I said, the main point of this was just to say to any of you who are struggling with your real life issues or differences or anything that's going on in your life, know that you have a friend there, and that you have, and at the very least, you have my channel. And I know that might, and to a lot of you guys, that means a lot, and that means a lot to me that it means a lot to you. And I know that sounds kind of corny in me saying that, but it really does. It does. And, you know, hopefully we'll all persevere and get through everything, all the bad stuff, and be all the stronger for it. But anyways, I'm going to get off the mushy stuff here. We're going to get back on to hunting. So I've actually brought, it seems like I've brought a pretty good amount of a supply ratio to hunt here. It seems like you really do need a serious amount of SDs because the only creatures that require quite a bit of mana usage are the Blight Walkers. Everything else is just SD based pretty much. I mean, I can use Grindfest on like Plaguesmiths and stuff, but I don't need to, because my SDs actually do hit a little harder. Not much, but enough. And we get another Blight Walker, so that's cool. I am fine with that. We're going to drop an E-wall just to put some distance between the two of us, even though he's about to get close. At least prevent him from getting close all the time. And I don't know what my cat is doing. I just heard something funny. He just, he does this thing when I'm sitting in my chair and he wants my attention. He'll walk up to me and, like, kind of hop up on the arm of the chair and try to reach his paw up to my face. And, so he was just kind of bugging me for attention, and I'm like, nah, man, I'm trying to make a video. I can't love you up right now. I'm sorry. So I don't know what he's doing. He might be a little mad at me because I'm not giving him all the attention he wants. But you can't have everything you want all the time, now can you? No one can. Not even the president can. Doesn't matter who you are. And we end up getting a gold ingot and a hailstorm rod, so that's a nice little combo loot from a Blight Walker there. That's actually really cool. And that's one of the things I was going to say that they drop that I like is gold ingots. I love that. That's one of my favorite, one of the items that I really like, and I've always seen as cool. And that is my 11th gold ingot that I have saved so far, that is, and 6 assassin stars as well. So if you're a paladin hunting here, you can really make back those stars. And they also have a habit of dropping a lot of great mana potions too, so that's cool as well. And we get a Defiler. And I would dare say that Defilers are the easiest creatures here. They really don't do too much damage. They do heal the best out of any creature here, but they're extremely weak to fire, and they're not strong enough against death to really make it an issue with SDing them. And we're about an hour away from our level, less than 1,000,000 experience to our level, I'm sorry, my level, from level 254, so that's cool. And this has been a pretty interesting hunt, pretty fun. I liked the variety of areas, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I'm really enjoying hunting at the Vats. I never knew this was such a nice spot for me. The experience isn't the best, but it's far from the worst. This is better experience than I get at Demons, so that's cool. And the loot is great. I haven't even had the best loot luck, and the loot is great. And we get another pair of night legs, so just kind of proving my point there. We almost have a full backpack of loot, and we have a full 10k. We're going to put the nicest items up front, so that would be the relic sword and the Terra legs and one fire axe. And I'm gonna copy and paste to one of my friends the double loot I just got because that was cool. And let's see what's back up here. And I'm getting somewhat low on pots, so we're gonna have to leave eventually. Hey, Morris! Hey, get out of there. Stop it. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not trying to include that in my commentary, but unfortunately my cat is being a butt and trying to sneak into areas I don't want him because he likes to pee on things sometimes. I don't know. He's getting older, and I don't know if he just can't hold it or if he's just being a dickhead. But either way, it's still frustrating, and if I can prevent it, I will. And still no steel boots. That's okay. You can't expect things like steel boots. I'm trying to pay some attention to my cat right now so he doesn't go off and do something mean, like, I don't know. I think he gets mad when I don't give him as much attention as he wants, which, whatever. But I've been talking about him way too much, so we're gonna drop that topic and back to the hunting. Sorry guys, I keep getting off topic. Being really bad about this, and being really bad about that in this video so far. And Blightwalkers are awful fast, so that's why I like to get the energy wall almost as long as it can be, so I can keep my distance from them when I want to, and then you know, get close to them so I can hit them with my wand and try to combine explosions, my wand, my heavy energy hits. And at this point, since I'm low on mana, it's better for me to just try to use explosions on them, because they do heal, but they really don't heal much. They heal quite rarely, and when they do heal, they actually don't heal for that much. Which sucks, kind of, considering that how much damage I dealt to the one, and he just ran off, and you know, I didn't get to finish him, so that sucks, but at least that's only happened with one out of the many we've killed. And we'll see what we're going to encounter, and it looks like we're going to get a Defiler next, which is cool. So I think this video is going to be, so far we're about an hour and a half in, I think. So it's probably going to be broken up into 3 parts, just so that I can render it properly, and hopefully the first half hour is the crystal caves and the demons, and then the last hour is the vats, because that I would just, it would be nice if it portioned out that way. If it doesn't, it's whatever, but it would just be cool. So once we get down to around 50 mana pots, we're gonna jet out of here just to be safe, and I'll record that just so that we can see any loot we get on the way out. And we're not gonna deal with the Hellfire fighters. They're much more of a pain in the ass coming out than they are going in, if you can believe that, but they are. So we're just gonna hunt here for a little bit longer, and we get a Defiler and a Blight Walker, so we're gonna throw up an E-wall right there. Ooh, and a plague. So we're actually gonna need to throw up another E-wall to block off the Defiler, or the Blight Walker, and luckily my haste held up. None of them paralyzed, out of all 3 of them being paralyzing creatures. So we were able to get the Plaguesmith on his own, and we'll grab the Blight Walker next, or the Defiler, whichever one ends up being closest when we run back up there. And the Plague's about to run off, so we want to keep him opposite of us, toward the wall, and just a dirty cape and moldy cheese. They're not feeling too generous yet. And we'll see what we got. And we got the Blight Walker, so that's cool. We'll grab him. I'm fine with that. And we'll use a nice explosion. Ooh, and that's actually almost a perfect energy wall. That's really nice placement based on the surroundings and whatnot. And we're gonna Visher him. It is awesome how fast I can actually take them out using all my heavy energy attacks, and that I just never realized how much damage I actually do deal with them, because I saw how little damage my Exorivis dealt, but I guess I just never took into account how much heavier the attacks actually do hit. So yeah, it's actually a lot better for me to hunt here than I thought. And that's actually why I liked having a paladin here with me. Not only for the fact that they deal so much more damage to Blightwalkers than I do, but also for the fact that it's such a creature heavy place, and it's so easy to get a lot of creatures on you at once. And we end up getting a Terra Mantle as well, so we've gotten Terra Legs, a Terra Mantle, a Relic Sword. Pretty awesome hunt. And Blightwalkers are some of the best creatures to get Terra sets from, for those of you who do not know, which you probably know that now after watching this, but and we get hit with a nice death hit from that Defiler. He deals pretty good damage with that. And we are close to the leaving point. We're down to 73 pots, and I shouldn't have even used a Grand Flam there. It's just I had my button on the Shift key. So and I think that's a curse wave. Yes, it is. And we haven't really gotten anything too nice from the Defilers, unfortunately. Usually I get like at least a gem of some kind, whether it be blue or green, but I'm pretty sure they drop all color gems, just the rare ones more rarely, obviously. Which the rarest gem is the violet gem, and then comes the green and blue gems, which were worth a fortune before you could easily obtain them through parts of the New Frontier quest, side quests you can do. I forget exactly what it's called. It's a daily quest, but you can get blue gems and green gems really easily now. But there was a time when they were worth a lot, and Ifrits and Marids dropped them ever so rarely. And the same with red robes. Red robes used to be worth a fortune because banshees dropped them very, very rarely. And there was actually a point where they were worth like a mil, and they were seen as very, very rare and special items. And then colts were introduced, and the adepts of the cult dropped the red robe. So that totally decreased the value because cultists were massively hunted. So that sucked. And you know, and of course the red robe can be turned into a red piece of cloth. And back then, I think that was before. Actually, that might have been the same update that add-ons were introduced. It's around that time. It's a little fuzzy for me. It's when Liberty Bay was introduced is when cultists were introduced, which I don't know if you guys knew that, but now you know. Um, and I remember Liberty Bay's introduction, and Vandura Mountain actually used to be. Actually, I don't think there used to even be a mountain there. I'm pretty sure that got added in way later. Um, or if there was one there, it was a lot smaller than it is now. I know the Beehies and stuff weren't there originally, if it was there originally, and I don't think it was. I'm pretty sure that got added later on. And we're trying not to grab any more Sons of Verminor. I'm trying to avoid them for the last part of this. Looks like we got a Blight Walker, which is cool. We are fine by them. They are awesome on the loots, so hey, what are you doing? Get away from there. I gotta scold my cat and kill Blightwalkers at the same time. At least I feel talented. Come on, buddy. What are you doing? Okay, you can lay on that, but that's fine. Sorry, guys. I really hate the fact that you guys just have to hear me, like, talking to my cat, but like I said, I really just don't want him pissing on stuff, and he's like chilling by like my clean clothes. And I just accidentally used an SD, which we saw did absolutely nothing, as Blightwalkers are completely immune to death, as they should be. And he's about to run, so I'm going to stay close to him so that I can position him so that he'll run in a direction that is favorable to me. You know, corner him properly. And that's something that you guys definitely want to do. And we get a bundle of Cursed Straw, which is cool. That's worth 800 gold, plus the 4 plats, so that's like 12 platinum coins, basically. That's a really rare creature product from them, for whatever reason, but it's still cool to get it. And we are almost out of supplies for here. And, ooh, come on, you messed up my, damn it. I was trying to get a nice wave in, but, alright, there we go. I managed it still. Cool. I was gonna say, what's up guys, MrVerry here, and sorry for the sudden stop in the recording. Unfortunately, I filled up the memory on my computer, so I had to end the recording there. Luckily, you guys really didn't miss out on anything. I didn't loot anything on the way out, and it was pretty uneventful. So, yeah, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and the past too. And if you did, please leave a like, comment on this video or the other videos with any feedback you may have for me. And if you haven't already and you enjoy the content I produce, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, guys.